Lady, I will paint the walls with you if you don't tell me where Crane's treasure is right now!
Sweetheart, I think you must be sick. Because pointing a gun at me in my own bar is a terminal affliction. Honey, you picked the wrong time to get a drink.
What are you? Hey! Who the hell are you? None of your damn business!
What's going on is that this one seems to think I know where this big treasure is, and that I'm building my new bar out of refuse for fun.
Lady, this is your last warning. Our crew is getting that treasure. And I will happily send you both to the great goddamn beyond if you don't start explaining where I can find what's ours! Treasure's our crew's business, not yours. And unless I start getting answers right now, I'm gonna start shooting people! Hiring? You serious? You got a gun in your face and the first thing that comes to mind is picking up a side gig? Guts like that might take you places. What say you and I finish shaking down this broad and then we...
I told you it was gonna end badly. Now I'm hoping you're here to have a drink and play nice. I've had a gun pointed at me more than enough for one day. Well, not exactly the introduction to the Wayward I would have hoped for. Well, sorry about that, darling. First round's on me. Name's Duchess. There's something I could do for you. Your guess is as good as mine, sweetheart. He busted in here saying I needed to turn over the location of some fellow named Crane, who I guess I must have served at some point or another. Since then, a steady stream of miscreants has been making my life irritating. Not exactly good for a budding business. Now that you mention it, I could use an extra pair of hands. See? That boy we put down? He's not the first of his crew to roll in here. But I want him to be the last. Normally, I'd send my people out to clean house. But my muscles run off, so I don't have the bodies to spare right now. But I'm willing to pay good money if you put an end to this for me. So, what do you say? Primarily
because your security, other than me right now, are one former contractor and a robot that has no guns and thinks it's a cow.
To not put too fine a point on it. So I could absolutely use another set of hands if you're willing to lend them. That's what I was hoping. So, the details. Now, each of these boys came in asking after Crane. I'm thinking we can make that work for us. How would you grab the attention of a bunch of single-minded thugs? Bingo. Exactly what I'm thinking. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I think I'll just... I just want you to know, architecture ain't exactly my forte. Huh, not half bad. So what I've chicken scratched together here for you is the schematic for one custom-made Crane Treasure Hunting Inc. sign. If I didn't butcher the plans too bad, it's got a little system built in that'll make sending out an advertisement and getting this gang's attention a snap. You just need to build it, use the tape it spits out to tell the world you're open for business, and then convince any punks that show up to tell you where their boss is hiding. They did teach you all how to build from schematics up in that vault of yours, didn't they? You vault boys and girls carry yourselves different, like you matter. Plus, your Pip-Boy was a dead giveaway, but that's beside the point. You think you can work from these schematics? That's the spirit.
Hey, if you need a refresher, good old Mort can help you out.
What are you on about, Mordecai?
Hey, nah, I'm not bragging or anything, but I've got some tapes that cover that very subject.
Oh, Mort, not the tapes. Well, you find yourself wanting a refresher? Talk to Mort. Of course, you're gonna need materials, but we should have enough lying around to cover you there. Get you together a little care package. Throw some rations in there, too, so you don't starve on me. And so you know, you might have to break some of this scrap down for parts. But I can spot you some workbench materials, too, since you're doing me such a big one. Who knows? Maybe you'll learn something while you do it. Now,
Don't look at me like that. You would have hid too. Lugnut needs to check the room before he pulls a gun. Guess he'll never learn now. Check in with Duchess first, then we can chat.
so, I'm all ears. How would you go about getting the attention of these miscreants? Not sure I've got enough on hand, unfortunately. No. We're gonna draw them in by making them think you're Crane. So what I've chicken scratched together here for you is the schematic for one custom-made Crane Treasure Hunting Inc. sign. If I didn't butcher the plans too bad, it's got a little system built in that'll make sending out an advertisement and getting this gang's attention a snap. You just need to build it, use the tape it spits out to tell the world you're open for business, and then convince any punks that show up to tell you where their boss is hiding. They did teach you all how to build from schematics up in that vault of yours, didn't they? That's the spirit. Now, you ready to get this show on the road? Overseer, huh? So you must be the one. No, I haven't seen her, but I have heard her. My people found a tape just on the other side of the road that it seems she left behind for one of her dwellers, though it's a bit out of date now. Maybe it was waiting there for you. Happy to give it to you, so long as you're still willing to help us. Hot dog. Be good to have those dolts off our back at long last. Just make sure, once you find out where they're hiding, that their leader gets the message. The Wayward gets left alone. And here, that Overseer tape. Sounds like she set up that camp across the way so her people could get some practice in self-reliance. Probably worth looking into if you think you could use a refresher.
Glad to hear Vault-Tec actually took care of some of their people. You hear these rumors, right, about them just throwing folks to the wolves. Here's some rations and a fancy suit. Good luck. Well, don't you worry that smooth little face of yours. You are in good company now, because around here, we look after one another. Now, what can I do for you? Allergies. Learned the hard way. I can't stand within 10 feet of a strawberry. Come on, man, that's a joke. Truth is, I was outside on Doomsday. Now, you see, I drove security, and I was coming back from a pickup in the truck when I feel this rumble, and then quiet. Then a whole lot less quiet. And the truck was hit with this wind, and it was like someone dropped a hurricane on it. I can hear it battering the truck. Bang, 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 like it's got a grudge against it. And then I unlocked the door and into the back, and then bang, I wake up, man, and it's crazy. Somehow, in the back of the truck, alive and kicking. All it cost me was my skin and any opportunity for someone liking me for anything other than my lovely personality. And that was the day I became, well, they call us ghouls. Not the most flattering name, but still, beats being vaporized. I mean, it's got its advantages. Main one is that radiation rolls off me like water off a duck's ass. Can stride through a blast zone like it's a spring breeze. Also, means I can survive in situations that would turn a normal person into a TV dinner. The major downside? Well, shit, you're looking at it, right? Head to toe disfiguration. There's also, well, you might have seen them. Not all ghouls are sane. Not sure how it happens. Why some ghouls lose their minds and others don't. But ever since I turned, there's always this nagging feeling just at the back of my mind that I will have to feast on humans. Raw! Seriously? Nothing? Shit, I thought it was funny. Overall, though, being a ghoul, mixed bag. Can't say I'd recommend it as a lifestyle choice. I did, and your eye's still working, kids. That's the reason you're bringing up the obvious. Look, the world's hard now. Better you learn that lesson real fast. Don't have one. I'm an independent operator. When these folks need a hand or got an errand that involves running into radiation, they come to me. Rats? They don't bother me anymore. In exchange, Duchess lets me drink and doesn't bother me too much about my tab. Really, about the best sort of setup a guy in my situation could ever ask for. Of course, sitting around looking like hamburger ain't all I do. Plans work out, I'll have all the drinking money I could ever need. But that ain't what you came here to talk about. Was there something else? Listen, friend, you happen to be talking to the exact right person to fix your predicament. But if I'm gonna help you, I want something in return. All right, listen, I got this plan. You're gonna help me get rich. See, the folks who made it big off the gold rush, they weren't the prospectors. They were the folks that sold them their shovels. Now, I don't do shovels. What I collect is knowledge. I can go all sorts of places you folks with your rad-sucking skin can't. So, I'm selling what I've got between my ear holes, and you're gonna test it for me. I made these holotapes. Now, this set's all the info I dug up about that camp doohickey you Volters got. All I'm asking is you give them a listen and let me know what you think. You will? Oh, thank you. I mean, thanks. Just come back once you've taken them out for a test drive. Now, there anything else you wanted to chat about? Don't have one. I'm an independent operator. When these folks need a hand or got an errand that involves running into radiation, they come to me. Rats? They don't bother me anymore. In exchange, Duchess lets me drink and doesn't bother me too much about my tab. Really, about the best sort of setup a guy in my situation could ever ask for. Well, at least until the tapes take off. Some other time then. son of a... What tiny fisted rat built... Oh, wait a second. The thing is on. It's... Hello? Hello. This is Mort McCoy. And welcome to the first of Headmaster Mort's Edu-Tapes. Today we're talking about your camp. Now, former Vault resident or someone who killed a Vault resident, let's start off with the basics. Placing your camp. When plunking down your camp, C-A-M-P, that's an acronym, for the first time, remember to... crap. Where'd that note... here we go. Remember to take the lay of the land. Consider the grade of the terrain, general defensibility, and proximity to your surroundings. Could that cliff edge be used to protect your flank? You bet your chops it could. Once you found the perfect spot, it's time to move on to the best part of working with your camp. Construction! Construction can be an intricate process, so a steady hand and an eye for detainment, details, damn I had to get that one wrong, an eye for details are a must. You should take a moment to familiarize yourself with the camp's patented intuitive construction interface. But don't worry, we'll cover construction in gory detail in the next of Headmaster Mort's Edu-Tapes. So long. Bet your chops. Come on, Mort, what was that? Hello, dedicated listeners. Welcome back to Headmaster Mort's Edu-Tapes. Today, in this second tape, we are talking construction. Now, the first step of construction is... Wait, what? Is that soda? Soda's red, right? Wait, oh. Electing. First, electing what you're going to build. Once you've made that election, it's just 3 easy questions to construction success. 1. Is the location I've selected going to work for an object of the size and shape I'm building? 2. Have I read the schematics thoroughly? And 3. Do I have all the required materials too? Who the hell bled on my notes? Saul! If I find out it was you, you're gonna bleed on... Whatever. Just finish, Mort. Short on materials? Loot the local junkyard, mills, and warehouses for parts. Missing a critical schematic? Your local vendors might have just what you're looking for. And on that note, this has been Headmaster Mort's Edu-Tapes. See you again soon. Solomon, so help me, this better be Jen. Where are you hiding? Welcome back, lovely listeners, to Headmaster Mort's final tape in the camp series, Powering Your Camp. After listening to the second tape, you should already be well-trained enough to build a generator. If you haven't yet done so, I'll wait. Screw it. Alright, I'll assume you nailed it. Now, generators are the heart of your camp power system. Once your generator is built, all you need to do is connect it to the object that needs power with a wire. Though, be aware, your wire will need a clear, unobstructed path to establish and maintain a direct connection. Some objects, however, like simple light bulbs, do not require a direct connection. All you need to do is run a wire from your generator to a power pylon. Place the power pylon near your lights, then voila! Let there be lights! Well, this has been Headmaster Mort's Camp Construction Holotapes. Please check back with Headmaster Mort himself at The Wayward to learn more about his other exciting courses, including Mort, can I still eat this? And mutations. Am I a monster now? And thanks again for listening. Ha! Nailed it!
Overseer's log, south of Vault 76. I knew this wasn't going to be the Appalachia I remembered, but... mutated animals? Haywire bots? No people so far. We have to be ready to rebuild in... what I can confirm is... hostile territory. Fortunately, Vault Tech was prepared. You see this? The cooking station, the stash box, the workbenches, all built with the camp. You need a home base out there. The construction and assembly mobile platform is designed to give you one. Just add resources, planning, and a little elbow grease. When you move your camp, everything you've built is stored, ready to be placed back down in the new area. Use this to establish a foothold whenever you're in unfamiliar territory. I've left my camp behind so you can use it. I know I'm breaking my own advice by not taking it with me. But after seeing Appalachia for myself, I need to make sure every resident of 76 has a safe haven they can start from. I'll make do without it. If it's still standing, the town of Flatwoods is further down this road. Find me there. This is the Overseer, signing off.
show those raiders who's boss.
I'm thinking about joining up, getting in on the ground floor. How about you? Think I'll make the cut? You looking to join up too? Killing ghouls for a roof over my head sounds like a good trade to me.
Keep fighting out there. Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day, but look what else it rocked. I'm
Just
glad we
like the
guard our
old
tech
army,
closely.
eh? Join up, defend yourself, and see the world while you're at it.
Project Cheesesteak is officially on hold until I have a way to make cheese. Hello? Hi there.